Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Richard Lynch Gymnasium here in Swampscott, Massachusetts at the high school. I'm here with Dean Collins, the player on the team. So 14 games have been played so far in the season. How do you think the team's playing?
I think we've been really good this year. I think we have a strong chance of taking a deep run into the playoffs, and I'm really excited to see what else happens.
How do you think you and the team are going to perform tonight after beating Saugus the first time at their high school?
I definitely think this is a winnable game. I think we're going to come out strong, and I know the type of team we are, and I think it's going to be a strong night.
All right, well, thank you. Good luck tonight, and hopefully we can get the win here tonight.
Yep, thank you.
Anyways, Swampscott hosting Saugus Sachems here at Swampscott High School. Don't go anywhere.
Good evening, basketball fans, and welcome to Swampscott High School. Administration and athletic department for both schools welcome you to tonight's game featuring the Sachems of Saugus and the Brewers of Swampscott. Both schools appreciate your support and respect athletes, the coaches, the fellow fans, and the game officials. Spectators are reminded to please remain in the stands during the game and to please remain off the court at all times. Game officials for tonight's contest, Len Chesley and Chris Castillo. And now for tonight's starting lineups. First, for the visiting Saugus Ashes. Number 1, Ryan Shea. Number 13, Cam Victor. Number 14, Christian Dean. Number 24, Huey Osama. And number 41, Danny Zeitz. Head coach Joe Bridget. And now for the starting lineup for the Big Blue. Number 4, Billy Tripp. Number 5, Chase Lewis. Number 13, Teddy O'Neill. Number 21, Adam Sparaccio. And wearing number 0, Connor Chiarello, captain. Head coach, Jamie Knowles. And now, ladies and gentlemen, to honor America, please rise and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
Let's go, Blue! We need a win!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Richard Lynch Gymnasium here inside Swampscott High School for another matchup between the Big Blue and the Saugus Sachems. Last time Swampscott has faced Saugus, they took a huge lead, 89-64. Trello having 34 points alone in that game, and the ball goes straight to Torello. And the game is underway. The clock starts to tick down. Torello with the ball. Pass over to Tripp. Tripp trying to find a pass, goes over to Gruthius, up to Sparaccio, and it goes in for an easy 2. They're already up on the board early. Over to Shea. Over to Shea, excuse me. Over to Victor, back over to Shea. A once over back to Victor. Over to Vitz. Over to Dean, goes up for a shot, gets rebound by Tripp. Tripp with a pass over to Torello. Torello trying to rush into the paint, goes up for a shot, gets rebound. And the ball goes out for Swampscott. The Sachems will get the ball. And a pass from Sirocco. A pass from Vitz over to Sirocco. Back over to Victor. From Dean over to Victor. Victor with the far pass over to Dean. Going up into the corner. Passed over to Josama, and the Sachems are up on the board. Actually, will get blocked. O'Neal with the ball at half court. O'Neal over to Tripp. Back to O'Neal. O'Neal going up for the three. Sinks it in, and they're up by 5 already. 6:44 left in the first. It's already 5-0. Shea with the pass over to Victor. Back over to Victor from Shea. An attempted steal from O'Neal gets picked up by Vitz. And it gets stolen by Torello. Torello's going up. And he gets fouled as he gets pushed out of play. Big Blue will keep the ball. Torello's going to throw it in. Torello over to O'Neal into the corner for 3. Rolls right off the rim, and it's almost rebounded by Sparaccio, but it's picked up by Dean. Dean with a pass over to Victor. Back over to Dean, and it gets almost stolen by Tripp, but it gets picked up by Shea. Shea into the corner, pass over to Victor. Gets stolen, and it's passed over to Torello. Going up for an easy 2, but gets blocked. Picked up by Dean. Pass back over to Victor. And attempt to pass over to Dean. Almost gets stolen by Torello. Goes in, and the Sachems are finally up on the board. It's a 2-point game, 5-3, 5:48 left in the first. And a pass from Tripp over to O'Neal. O'Neal slowing the game down to his own pace. Passed over to Gruthius and goes up for a 3. Torello rolls right off, rebound by Tripp. And an attempt to steal from Victor. Gets straight back to O'Neal, pass over to Torello. He gets blocked for a 3. Gruthius for a 3. Rolls off and just rebound by Sparaccio. Sparaccio goes up for 2. And he gets fouled on the way up. O'Neal's going to throw it in for the Big Blue. And a pass over to Gruthius to Torello. Going up for a 3. Hits off the rim, and it's rebound by Tripp. He's easy to get there. And goes up for 2 and makes it in. It's back to a 5-point game, 7-3, 5:14 left in the first. Victor with the ball. Passed. Shea with the ball. Passed over to Victor. Back over to Shea. Over to the corner to Dean. Back over to Shea. Going up for the shot is Vitz. Rolls right in. And it's back to a 3-point game. Gruthius with the ball passed over to O'Neal. O'Neal slowing the game down to his own pace. Passed over to Torello. Over to Gruthius inside the paint. Goes up. And gets rebounded by Vitz. Shea with the ball. And a bounce pass over to Victor. Victor over to Dean. Dean over to Josama. Josama trying to get up and gets... And it'll get fouled, though. They keep the ball. Dean's going to throw it in for the Sachems. Still a 3-point game, 7-5, 4:20 left in the first. And it's a pass over to Victor. Victor back over to Dean. Over to Shea. Shea going up for 2. Hits off the rim, rebound by Gruthius. Passed over to Tripp. A far launch over to Torello as he's clear for an easy 2. And it's back up to 4, and it's a 4-point game. And it's a far pass over to Shea. Shea, a tip pass over to Vitz, and it goes shot up, missed by Victor. Ball gets loose. Zeitz going to try and pick it up, and it goes in for Zeitz. Tripp with a pass over to O'Neal. As now it's a 1-point game. Torello over to Tripp in the corner, trying to go in. Pass back over to Torello. Torello rushes up to the paint, goes up, gets fouled. And Connor Torello will go to the line for his first time tonight for 2. 3:26 left in the first quarter. It's 9-8. Swampscott leading by 1. He makes the first one. And Luco's going to clock in for Sparaccio. And misses the second one, but it's rebound by Gruthius, gets stolen away by Shea. Shea with the pass over to Victor. Victor going up for a shot, goes too far to catch, and the Big Blue will keep it inside their own end. 3:14 left to go. Swampscott up by 2, 10-8. Trello with the pass over to O'Neal. O'Neal's going to walk it down to half court. A pass back over to Trello. And a far pass going to Baskin, going up for 3. Hits off the rim, and it's rebound by Victor. Victor with the pass over to Dean. Back to Victor. Victor going up into the paint. Go over to Josama. Gets the ball freeze to going up for a bounce pass. Goes up, rolls right in and out of the rim. Ball goes out off of the Sachems. Baskin's going to throw it in. 2:42 left in the first quarter. Still 10-8 Swampscott. And a pass from Baskin over to O'Neal. O'Neal with the pass over to Baskin. Back to O'Neal. And into the corner over to Trello. Rolls right in, and it's another 3. It's 13-8, 2:20 left in the first quarter. Shea with a pass over from Victor. Back over to Victor. Over to Dean. Dean back over to Victor. Over to Dean, a far pass over to Shea. Ball gets loose and is picked up by Trello, but it's going to roll out and stay with the Sachems. And timeout is called by Saugus. 1:59 left to go in the first quarter, 13-8. And we'll be right back after the short break. Both teams out of the timeout. 1:59 to go in the first quarter. Swampscott's up and leading the game early, 13-8 as passes over to Dean, back over to Shea. Ball gets loose and it's picked up, stolen by O'Neal, and a far pass to Trello as he's clear for an easy 2, and it goes in. As they're up by 7 early in the first quarter. An attempted block from Baskin. Gets a pass. And a bounce pass gets stolen by Baskin over to Trello. Goes up for another 2, but gets blocked. Picked up by Dean. Dean goes for a pass over to Josama. And it's taken and it's stolen by Luco. Passed over to O'Neal. 1:13 left in the first quarter. Over to Baskin. Back over to O'Neal. To Trello in the corner for a 3. Sinks it in. And it's a 10-point game with 60 seconds left in the first quarter. Shea with the pass over to Victor. Back over to Victor. Now over to Vitz. Now back over to Sheen. Over into the corner to Dupai. Into the paint over to Doobie. Over to Victor. To Dean over to the 3. Rolls right off the rim and is rebounded by Duppy. Shot clock is turned off as 30 seconds left in the first quarter. And as Ryan Dupai goes up to the line for his first 2 tonight. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing that last name. Makes the first one. And it's down by 9. And he makes the second one. He brings it down to 8. 26 seconds left in the first quarter. O'Neal has the ball. And a pass over to Baskin, back over to O'Neal. Going to the paint, pass over to Torello. And he makes a 3, and that's going to end the first quarter. As they bring it up to an 11-point game, 21-10 after the first quarter. And we'll be right back after the short break. And welcome back to the second quarter of tonight's game as Swampscott's leading the Sachems 21-10 by 11. As Baskin gets the ball, and the officials say Swampscott will get the ball. As a pass from Baskin over to Torello. As Torello brings it over to Moscoso, goes up for 2, rolls in and out. Bucket stolen away, right back to Tripp, over to Torello. Far passing to the corner for Baskin, going up for the 3. Rolls right off the rim and is picked up by Moscoso. And as the ball is going to go to the Sachems with 7:28 left in, with 7:28. Now 7:24 left in the second quarter. As a pass over to Zeitz. Over to Shea. Shea into the corner. Passed over to Zeitz. Back over to Shea. Back over to Zeitz. Back over to Shea. 4 seconds left to go. Just throws it at the backboard, and it's rebound by Moscoso. Passed over to Baskin. Torello going up for the 3, misses the rim. Misses the rim. Passed over to Tripp, back over to Baskin, back over to Torello. Up to Moscoso, up into the paint, gets blocked, and it goes straight over to Shea. And as Zeitz throws it in over to Shea. Back over to Zeitz. Back over to Shea. Over to Dean. That's actually going to go over to Balad. Ball gets blocked and it's going to stay with the Sachems. Zeiss trying to find an open teammate, finds Shea, and it's going to go over to the corner, over to Balaji. Whistle's blown and staying with the Sachems. 6:20 left to go in the first half, 21-10, still an 11-point lead by the Big Blue. And the ball gets stolen by Tripp, and a far pass over to Torello, up for an easy two. Tripp definitely used some football tactics to get the ball down to the other side of the court. As with Victor passing it back over to Shea, back and forth over to Dusama, back over to Shea, back over to Vitz. Vitz going up for two and gets it in. And it's still an 11-point game as a pass from Torello over to Baskin. Bounce pass over to Tripp, back over to Baskin. Over to Torello into the corner for a three. Bounces off the rim and it's rebounded by Baskin. Rebounded by Gruthius. Over to Torello from Sparaccio. Gets tipped and it's caught by Sparaccio. Sparaccio going up, gets blocked, and it's rebounded by Shea. Shea with the ball going up. Hits the rim, but it bounces off. Rebound by Baskin. Whistle is blown. And Torello is gonna tag out with O'Neal. As O'Neal throws it over to Baskin. Over to O'Neal, back over to Baskin. Back to O'Neal. To Gruthius into the corner. Bounce pass over to Sparaccio inside the paint. Goes up for two. And it's a 13-point game with 5:01 left in the first half. Victor from pass over from Shea. Into the paint, back over to Shea. Shea goes up for three. Hits the rim. And whistle is blown. As the Big Blue will keep the ball. Pass from Tripp over to O'Neal. 4:45 left to go in the first half. Pass over to Tripp. Back to O'Neal. Over to Manning. Manning back to O'Neal. Over to Sparaccio inside the paint, trying to go up. Gets his own rebound, goes up for another shot, and it gets tipped and is stolen by, and is taken away by Dean. Pass over to Balaji. Balaji rushing up into the paint. And as Adam Balaji is going to go to line for his first night for two. This is his first one. Rolls off the rim and is picked up by Zeitz, and a far pass over to Victor. And it's gonna go the other way for the Big Blue as they get fouled. Bounce pass from O'Neal to Torello, back over to O'Neal. O'Neal with a far pass over to Sparaccio. Sparaccio out into the outside of the paint over to Tripp. Back to Sparaccio. And the pass goes a little bit too far and it's picked up by Balaji. Balaji with an attempted pass, and it goes over to Tripp. And it's going to go far straight to Torello. Out of the paint over to Manning for three. Rolls in and out. And it gets picked up by Dupai. Shea with the ball. Goes up for his shot, rolls right off the rim, rebound, going in and out. Ball gets loose, picked up. Gets picked up by Ryan, stolen by Torello. Torello rushing up into the paint, gets almost triple teamed. Passes it out of the paint to O'Neal. Back to Torello into the corner, rushing up on the line, going up, hits off the rim. And the ball gets loose, whistles blown, and it'll stay with the Sachems. 25-12, 3:16 left to go in the first half. A 13-point lead the Big Blue has in the first half. And as Cam Victor is going to go to the line for his first time here tonight for 2. This is first one. And makes the second one. It's a 12-point game as Torello has the ball. And a far pass over to Tripp inside the corner. And a bounce pass goes off of the Sachems, and it'll stay with the Big Blue. And a pass over to O'Neal. O'Neal going up for the 3. Hits off the rim, rebound by Luco. O'Neal for a second 3. Rolls off the rim once again, and is picked up by Shea. Shea going up for 2. And it goes in. Looks like it was about to bounce out. And it's a 10-point game with 2:43 left in the first half. Torello with the ball. And the pass goes a little bit too far, and it's going to be picked up by Ryan. Passed over to Shea. Passed over to Victor. Whistle's blown. And as Huey Josama goes to the line for his first time here tonight for 2. He makes the first one. It's down to a 9-point game. And he makes the second one. And a pass from Luco over to O'Neal. 2:20 left in the first half. Pass over to Torello outside the paint. Bounce pass to Luco going inside for 2. Sinks it in. And is back to a 10-point game as Shea has the ball. Shea with the bounce pass over to Josama. Ball goes off and rolls around the rim, picked up by Tripp. Passed over to Luco. Over to O'Neal. 1:52 left to go in the first half. Over to Moscoso. He goes up, gets the ball blocked. Picked up by Josama, passed over to Shea. Shea trying to find an open round, tries to find an open teammate, finds Josama, ball gets loose. Tripp has the ball and it's passed over to O'Neal. A little under 90 seconds to go left in the first half. 27-17 is still the score, down by 10. And rebounds are just going all around. Ball gets loose and it's going to be picked up by Tripp. As a pass over to Torello. 1:03 left to go in the first half. Torello with the pass to O'Neal. 60 seconds left to go. Over to Luco, back to O'Neal. O'Neal going for a 3. And it sinks it in wet like water. And it's up to almost a 13-point game. 30-17 with 43 seconds to go in the first half. Victor with the ball. Over to Josama. Josama going up. And it's going to be a travel, and it'll go with the Big Blue. 32 seconds to go in the first half, 30-17. O'Neal with the ball. O'Neal with the pass over to Tripp. Back to O'Neal. A far pass over to Luco. He's able to catch it. To Torello in the corner for three. Scores it in, and they bring it up to a higher score. 33-17 with 5 seconds left to go in the game. In the first half, excuse me. A pass over to Balaji. And he makes it in before the buzzer. And it's back to a 13-point lead for the Big Blue, as they've been leading for the first half of the game. And we'll be right back after halftime. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the third quarter of basketball here at Richard Lynch Gymnasium as Swampscott is taking a 13-point lead as a shot from Gruthius goes wide. Actually gets stolen and is picked up by Shea. Out into the corner for a three, hits the rim, actually airballs, and a far pass from O'Neal over to Trello. And it goes in and extend the lead by two, as it's now a 15-point game as a pass from Victor. Over to Josama, steps out of bounds, and the Big Blue will get the ball. And Tripp with an underhand toss to O'Neal. Over to Trello. Over to Gruthius in the paint and goes up for two. It's 37-20, 7:22 left to go in the third. As a pass from Shea over to Victor, over to Josama. Out over back to Shea. Shea going up for a shot for two. Rolls off the rim and is picked up by O'Neal. And another far pass down to Torello. And he gets it in. They're up by 20. Excuse me, they're up by 17. As I can't get my numbers right. As Gruthius goes up for a shot, gets fouled. And as Gruthius is going to go to the line for his first time here tonight for two. Makes the first one. As they extend the lead to 19 with 6:51 left to go in the third. And he misses the second one. It's almost picked up by Tripp, but it gets taken away by Victor. Victor rushing up, and it gets stolen by O'Neal. And a far throw over to Torello. Going up for a fadeaway, and it goes in. And it's now a 22-point game with 6:33 left to go in the third. As with a pass over to Victor, and as Torello takes a stumble, but he gets right back up onto his feet. 6:29 to go in the third, 42-20. And a pass from Victor over to Shea. Shea goes up for a three, goes in. O'Neal with the ball. Tripp with a pass over to Tripp, back to O'Neal, over to Torello in the corner for three. Rolls off the rim, and is picked up by Shea. Tripp almost tries to get the ball, tries to take the ball away from Shea, and it goes up over to Zeitz. As the Sachems are down by 20, it's fighting for the ball, and the officials say Big Blue will get it with 5:42 left in the third quarter. And it's a 19-point lead here for the Big Blue. As Torello has the ball. Passed over to O'Neal. Over to Sparaccio into the paint. Rolls up and it goes out. Actually stays in. Picked up by Zeitz. And a timeout is called by the Sachems. And at this point, if you have not already, make sure you subscribe to the Swampscott Big Blue Athletics so you never miss a live stream. And follow us on Instagram at Swampscott_TV to be notified when we go live. 42-23 is the score. Swampscott's leading by 19. And we'll be right back after the break. Both teams are out of the timeout. 42-23 is the score. The Big Blue up by 19 with 5:24 left in the third quarter. And a pass from Zeitz over to Victor. And it gets stolen by Tripp. Bounce pass over to Torello. Goes up for a shot. And it goes in. And it's a 21-point game with 5:09 left in the third quarter. And Torello is going to go to the line for his second time here tonight for two. And it will actually be for one, and he makes it. A 22-point lead for the Big Blue with 5:08 left in the third. As Shea with a pass over to Victor. Victor over to Zeitz. Goes up over to Dupuis. Actually, he's going to go up over to Josama, and he gets fouled. Josama misses the first one. And the ball rolls off the rim, and Dupuis tries to get the ball, and he gets fouled. Ryan Dupuis is going to go to the line for his first time here tonight for two. Misses the first one. And he makes the second one. He's 1 for 2 tonight. Manning and Baskin clock back into the game. Filling in the spots for Tripp and Sparaccio as Baskin has the ball. And a pass over to Manning. Goes up for layup, gets his own rebound. Pass over to Moscoso, goes up. Misses the rim and is picked up by Victor. Passed over to Shea. Out into the corner over to Josama. Shea gets the rebound but is picked up by Manning. Passed over to O'Neal. 4:18 left to go in the third. 45-24. Over into the corner is Torello goes for a three, gets blocked, hits the rim, and Shea goes for a shot but gets poked away, and the Sachems will keep the ball. And a far pass gets stolen by Torello. And passed over to Baskin as he gets double teamed. Torello trying to get the ball free, goes up for a shot, hits the rim, and is picked up by Josama. Passed over to Shea. Over into the outside of the paint, goes in for a three by Victor. 45-27. 3:36 left to go in the third. Baskin with the pass over to O'Neal. Over to Manning outside the corner for a three. Hits off the rim and is picked up by Josama. Passed over to Shea. Shea still with the ball, trying to get past Moscoso. And a pass goes out to Zeitz. Rolls off the rim, and it goes with the Big Blue. 3:09 left in the third, still 45-27. And a pass over to Baskin from Torello. 3:06 left to go in the third. And a bounce pass over to O'Neal. Almost gets stolen, but it gets picked up by Torello. Torello going up for the three. Hits off the rim, and it's rebounded by Zeitz. As it's passed over to Shea. 2:49 to go in the third. Shea trying to get into the paint. Passed out over to Victor. And as Tripp checks in with Torello, 2:39 to go in the third, 45-27 is the score. And as the bounce pass over to Dupuis, he goes up for a shot, and he makes it in. A pass from Tripp over to Baskin. Over to O'Neal. And over to a shot over to Manning. Doesn't go in, but gets rebounded by Tripp, and it goes up for two. Over to Victor, and a far pass over to Shea for an open three, and it goes in. And a timeout is called by Saugus. And we'll be right back after the break. Both teams out of the timeout. 1:58 to go in the third. The Big Blue are leading the Sachems 47-32, up by 15. As Baskin with the ball passed over to Luco, going inside for two, makes it in. And extends the lead more, 49-32, 1:41 left to go in the third. And a pass from Shea over to Victor, doesn't get to the right contact, and it bounces out of bounds. Big Blue will pick up the ball. And a pass from Tripp over to Baskin. Bascon. Back over to Tripp. Over to Bascon. Over to O'Neal. Over to Luco. Back over to O'Neal. Back over to Bascon. To Tripp. Over to Bascon. Back over to O'Neal. O'Neal going to shot for a three. Sinks it in. 52-32. It's back to a 20-point game. 1:10 left to go in the third. Shea with the ball, trying to find a ways inside to the paint. Overshoots it, and is rebounded by Tripp. Tripp going up for a shot. Rolls off and is picked. He gets his own rebound. Goes up for another shot. And Victor. And it's actually going to be Dean with the rebound. Pass over to Shea. Pass over to Victor. Going for a shot. And he gets it in as it looked like it was going to bounce in and out. Passed in from Tripp over to O'Neal. Over to Bascon. 30 seconds to go in the third. It's a 15-point game as Luco goes for a shot and is rebound by Moscoso. Luco with a pass over to O'Neal. Over to Moscoso into the paint. Goes up and it's rebound by Dupuis. Passed over to Shea. 10 seconds to go. Pass over to Dupuis. Over to the corner. Hits off the rim. Tripp's gonna throw it. And almost makes it in, and it hits off the side of the rim. And that's gonna do it for the third quarter, as the score is gonna stay at 52-35. As it's back down to a 17-point game. Both teams ready for the fourth quarter as the Swampscott lead by 17, 52-35. And as Shea has the ball. Shea going up for his shot. And Moscoso gets the rebound, passed over to Tripp. Back over to Bascon. Over to O'Neal. To Tripp into the corner. Bounce pass over to Luco into the paint. Goes up for an easy shot. And it's a 19-point lead here. 54-35 as Victor has the ball. Passed over to Josama. Josama trying to make his way to the rim. Gets his own rebound and gets it in for an easy two. It's back to a 17-point game. Tripp with the ball inside the paint, outside of the paint, pass over to Luco. Back to O'Neal, over to Luco, over to Baskin going for a shot for a three. Doesn't get it in, it's rebound by Josama. Passed over to Victor. And it's passed over from Josama over to Shea into the corner for a three, makes it in. And it's a 14-point lead for the Big Blue as it's 54-40. 6:38 left to go in the final minutes of regulation. Passed over to Tripp. Tripp going up into the paint for an easy two. But gets blocked and it's rebound by Dupuis. Passed over to Shea. Shea over to Zeitz, back over to Shea. Shea outside of the corner over to Zeitz, going up for a three. Makes it in. And it's an 11-point game as it's 54-43 with O'Neal with the ball. Ball passed over to Tripp, back to O'Neal. And a far pass over to Moscoso inside the paint, over to Baskin outside, over to O'Neal. Over to Baskin. Bounce pass over to Luco, gets the ball loose and is picked up by Shea. Ball gets loose and is picked up by Baskin. Back over to O'Neal. O'Neal going for a shot for three. Hits off the rim and is picked up by Shea. Whistle's blown and it'll go to the Sachems. And a timeout is called. We'll be right back after the break. Both teams out of the timeout. Big Blue holding on to a 14-point lead, 54-43 in the fourth with 5:32 left. As Shea has the ball. Is rushing up into the paint. And he gets fouled. And Ryan Shea will go to the line for his first time here tonight for two. Misses the first one. And he makes the second one. It's a 10-point game. As with a pass from Gruthius over to O'Neal. O'Neal with the pass over to Luco. Luco goes for a shot for two. Makes it in. And he's back to a 12-point game. 5:10 left in the fourth quarter. Shea with the ball. Trying to find his way into the paint. Passes it over to Dupuy. Dupuy going up for his shot. Gets it in. And he's back to a 10-point game. O'Neal with the pass over to Trello. And a balance pass inside the paint. Over to Gruthius outside for three. Hits off the rim and is picked up by Dupuy. And as the officials say that Gruthius pushed Dupuy out of the way. (56-46), 4:41 left to go in the fourth. Shea with the ball. Shea with the pass. Goes off of the fingers of his teammates. And O'Neal tries to get Gruthius' attention, saying, hey, you're throwing it in. And now Gruthius throws it over to O'Neal. And a far pass over to Gruthius from O'Neal. Back to O'Neal. Over to Torello. Over to Gruthius. Gruthius with a bounce pass, getting it over to Luco. Luco going up for a shot. And it goes in. It's back to a 12-point lead. 58-46. Timeout by the Big Blue. Both teams out of the timeout. 4:07 left to go in the game. 58-46. The Big Blue leading by 12. As Shea has the ball for the Sachems. Shea trying to find his way into the paint. Bounce pass over to Victor. Over to Zitz for 3, makes it in. And he's back to a 9-point, and it's a 9-point lead for the Big Blue. 3:46 to go in the fourth. O'Neal with the ball. Pass over to Torello. Back to O'Neal. And then pass over to Sparaccio. Back to O'Neal outside to Torello. Torello steps outside for a 3. Rolls right off the rim. Rebound by Griffiths. Picked up by Luco. Goes in for an easy 2. And he's back to a... And it's an 11-point lead. As Shea has the ball trying to find his way into the paint. Gets picked up by O'Neal. Goes up for 2 and makes it in. And it's a 14-point lead, 62-49, 3 minutes to go in the fourth. There's a pass from Shea over to Victor, over to Dupuy. Whistle's blown and it's a travel. And a pass from Torello over to O'Neal. 2:53 to go in the fourth. Passed over to Torello, back to O'Neal. To Torello. To Luco in the corner for a 3. Hits off the rim and it's rebound by Shea. Shea going for a 3. Hits off the rim and it goes straight to Sparaccio. Over to Torello. Torello goes up, gets fouled. Torello going to the line for, I believe, his 3rd time here tonight for 2. And as Dean's gonna check in for Josama here tonight. 2:12 left to go in the fourth. Torello makes his first free throw in. And brings it up to a 15-point lead. And makes his second one. Shea with the ball. Out into the corner over to Dean. Dean trying to find his way up into the paint. Goes up for a shot. Hits off the rebound and picked up by Dupuy. Outside the paint, back over to Shea. Over to Victor. Victor goes up for a shot. Hits the rim and it's rebound by Shea. Shea going up for another shot for 2. Rebound by Dupuy. And it's going to be a travel called. O'Neal with the ball. Running up into the paint, gets an easy 2. Shea going up for an easy 2, gets rebound by Groothies, passed over to O'Neal. 1:18 to go in the fourth quarter, 66-49. And a timeout is called. We'll be right back. And as both teams are back out of the timeout, Spear and Kimbrough clocking into the game late into the fourth with 1:13 to go. Swampscott up by 17 as a far pass over to Manning. Manning with a pass over to Sanders. Sanders going up, loses the handling of the ball, but it stays with the Big Blue as it gets poked out by the Sachems. And then pass over to Manning. Over to Baskin for an easy three, and it's down by and it's a 20-point lead with 60 seconds to go in the game. As a far pass over to Victor going for a three. Goes in and out. Picked up by Big Blue, trying to find a teammate that's open. And a pass over to Sanders. Sanders goes up for an easy two. Hits off the rim, gets his own rebound, but it goes off of the hand of Dupois, and it'll stay with the Big Blue. 34 seconds to go in the game. Swampscott's holding on to a 20-point lead here. Baskin with a far throw over to Manning. Manning to Kimbrough. Over to Sanders for a three. Hits off the rim, and it's rebound by Dean. And a far pass over to Shea. Goes up for an easy two, and it's an 18-point game. 20 seconds to go. Shot clock is turned off. Picked up by Baskin. And it's passed over to Kimbrough. Over to Sanders. Sanders rushing into the paint. Gets past. Goes in and out. Stays in by Manning. Picked up 2 seconds to go. And Kimbrough's just going to hold it. And that's going to do it as the Big Blue go up to 9-6, with the final score being 69-51. And with that, just 3 more games to go at the end. And that's going to do it here at the Richard Lynch Gymnasium at Swampscott High School. I'm Josh Harriman, and we'll see you next time.